compliment to say about it when he said, well, now I know to be a Clipper fan all these years. Gotta love Kobe. Way with words.
And the jam by Nick Young.
Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
Now here's Curry. 5 points in the game. It's Thompson off the drive. Balls that time from Andre Iguodala.
Well, they just gave him 2 points. Defensively, you're going to have to tighten things up here. That's not a good sign.
And Bryant gets it to go.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense is giving him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for Draymond Green. Lee comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Randall's checked in for Hill. Davis comes in for Boozer. Johnson, he's checked in for Nick Young. And it's Clarkson in for Jeremy Lin. Here is Livingston. Kicks it out to Barbosa. This one for three. And he gets it to go. Barbosa's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Clarkson kicks to Johnson. Here's Randall. In low to Davis. Johnson outside. Bryant gets a wide open look. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. 9 points for Kobe Bryant.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Iguodala dishes to Livingston. And it's blocked by Kobe. Clock at 6. Second chance shot. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
But that's the way you've got to go. If you have good position, you've got to get after it and go for that second chance opportunity.
They grab their own miss. Clarkson. It's tipped. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing?
And that first quarter was all about pace, guys, because this club really got out into transition, and that's how they built this lead.
They like to play fast, and they're doing a nice job filling the lane.
So for the Lakers right now, we've got Randall. Davis is out there with Johnson. And there's Bryant, and it's Clarkson in at the points.
Harrison Barnes, the 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. He's got prototypical size and athleticism for that small forward position. Still developing his overall game, but he's got enormous potential.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Bogut. Klay Thompson comes in for Leandro Barbosa. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, Klay Thompson is already an elite shooter, but he isn't done yet. He wants to be a complete off guard. He said, I'm trying to attack more. Everyone knows my jumper is the base of my game, but to be an all-star caliber player one day, I have to finish at the rim. I have to dunk more, show people I can jump. Guys?
He keeps adding layers to his game. Thank you, Doris. Ellington. And Thompson sends it back. And he gets it to go. Barnes has got the lead up to 3 now for the Warriors. And Barnes, overall recruit in the nation coming out of high school in 2010.
Yeah, and really high expectations for him from a relatively young age. There's been some disappointment in his development, but with his work ethic, I think it's short-lived.
Here's Curry after Jordan Hill's bucket. Curry, good. Curry's got 7 points in the game.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him. Jeremy Lin is a bit of a scoring point guard. He's best with the ball in his hands, but not necessarily an elite scorer playmaker. He's trying to broaden out his game so he can play off the ball as well.
And to become better playing off the ball, Jeremy Lin has to improve as a spot-up shooter. He's actually been shooting better off the dribble, but the catch and shoot is something he'll continue to work on.
Young's checked in for Kobe. Here's Curry. He has 7. Thompson outside. From deep. And great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Thompson's got 9. And Jeremy Lin working with the shooting coach, Clark, to develop his outside shot.
Yeah, he's actually tweaked his release to get the ball off more quickly on his way up. He's still below average from long range, but you know he's going to put the work in.
Thompson inside the line. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Young with no one around. And the 3 ball is good. 7 points in the game.
Well, I'm not necessarily a big fan of him shooting that shot, but they did give him the space.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Warriors. 1:51 left in the second quarter. Curry. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. They get Carlos Boozer.
Well, Steph Curry, of course, deadly from outside the arc, but last season he tried to improve his ability to get to the rim. In fact, he significantly increased his points in the paint last year.
And for Curry, improving his driving ability. He already had the handles, but he tried to work on his strength to ward off contact.
And Kevin, you know, film study is also a role in that progression and development. And he not only improved his finishing ability inside, he also got to the line more often, a result of being more confident in his strength.
Young's shot is off. Warriors leading by 5. 1:31 left here in the second. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr taking over as head coach of the Warriors, a 5-time NBA champion, his focus on sustained success. He said, we've got a chance to be really good for the next decade. Let's just take a swing every year and be consistent with our efforts, and we'll have our chances. And we get to watch them, Kevin.
Looking to build something that'll last. Thank you, Doris. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
The Lakers winning the amnesty bidding this summer to bring in Carlos Boozer. He had a down season a year ago, but on the final year of his contract, he'll have some extra motivation to bounce back.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for Draymond Green. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
And especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets, that pushes this lead up instead of going the other way.
And for Carlos Boozer, weighed by the Bulls as they brought in Pau Gasol, but he can help this Lakers team.
Yeah, you know, he certainly bolsters their front line, and as I said, in a contract year, he couldn't ask for a better stage to showcase his game than the bright lights of L.A.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
And it's the Warriors on the break. Iguodala with the bucket.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
Go. And so that brings the first half to a close. Warriors lead by 13. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Third just about to get going here. So far, a runaway. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
And what was most impressive was that his decision-making and shot-taking was very disciplined and efficient. Really an excellent half.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense has given him, and he's not trying to do too much. I love the flow and rhythm he's playing with here.
Steph, Clay, and Dre on the perimeter. Draymond Green is out there with Harrison Barnes. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Lakers trail by 11. Outside Bryant. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him. Shot. The refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant.
He really didn't give the official any choice. Too much body contact there, and tell you what, he's lucky on that one that he didn't get hit with a flagrant 2 foul, which would be an ejection.
Yeah, he would have been out of the game if he had, and the league is doing everything it can to protect its players. And you know, I think the officials have a really understanding here of when to issue those unnecessary contact calls. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
You know, there's always a lot of nicknames in the NBA. I loved what became of Nick Young. All of a sudden, he dubbed him T, and it caught on. It seemed like the whole league kind of loved watching, referring to him by that nickname.
Here's Curry, and it's Golden State with another. Lakers trail by 12. Kobe goes in. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. Lynn's got his 4th assist in this one. Timeout called the Warriors.
Kobe Bryant in his 19th season in the league, but remember, he's played in 220 career playoff games. That's almost 3 additional seasons worth of games. And you factor in his play with Team USA, I'll tell you, he's got a lot of mileage on those legs.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And 5 in all-time minutes played.
And Kevin, you know those minutes add up, but he's found ways to overcome the wear and tear and still remain effective. His great skill level and ability to make tough contested shots remains valuable.
And Young poked loose. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. Thompson with the...
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
Pass to Young. Kobe can't get that one to fall.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to the post every time. But if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Making a change here. Lee's checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Ed Davis is checked in for Boozer. Lakers trail by 16. Here's Lynn. Trains the quick shot. The Warriors have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter.
Well, it's been 4 years now since the new ownership group took over in Golden State, and I think they've got to be proud of how they've turned this organization around in a short time. 2 straight trips to the playoffs. That actually equaled their total over the previous 20 seasons.
That is good. Warriors leading by 13. Curry attacking, and Hill with the block. Break, the Lakers. Kobe with the ball. That one goes. Count it. Kobe's got 10 points here in the second half.
He's really stepped it up this quarter. Looks like he's determined to get them out of this hole all by himself.
Curry wide open. Misses off the left iron.
And that's a shot he had to take.
For sure, it was a good decision, just poor execution. That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Those boards.
Any extra possessions, either through steal or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
And here's Iguodala outside. Misses the one-handed jam.
Oh, a dunker of his caliber should finish that one off with no problem. That's embarrassing.
Warriors leading by 13. It's Thompson off the drive. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. Thompson's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Their low post defense has to show some improvement, guys.
Yeah, of the last 10 points, Steve, 8 have come from in tight.
Young's shot is off.
He's not the best three-point shooter, and from that range, no way. That's a bad shot.
Needless to say, and I'm saying it anyway, he doesn't fit that description.
Thompson with the bucket.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
To the middle. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
Boy, that pass was in the air a long time.
Long enough for him to get a finger on it anyway and send it out.
Some change in Golden State. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Green. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. The Lakers also changing it up. Randall's checked in for Hill. Johnson comes in for Nick Young. And it's Clarkson in for Jeremy Lin.
Well, as they continue to dominate, you wonder just how much higher this lead might get.
I think it really could get out of hand, and you can credit their defense just as much as their offense for that.
Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Warriors on top, up by 16. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. Warriors leading by 16. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So the Lakers 5 right now. Clarkson is out there with Kobe. Then there's Carlos Boozer. Then it's Johnson. And it's Randall in the pivot spot, manning the middle. And the Warriors with possession here. Livingston. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. With all that Sean Livingston went through with his horrific injury a few years back, you know, Steve, it's amazing just to see him out there on the floor playing basketball.
Yeah, I remember seeing that live. It was one of the most awful things to see on a basketball court, and I just have so much respect for Livingston, the way he's continued to grind it out and carve out a career for himself. He's become a very, very good player.
Kobe, no good.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Well, it's been all about pace and space with them. Tempo, the fast break points, just a huge advantage.
Yeah, they've been looking to push it all the time and to get that early offense, and they're doing it well.
Unloads. No good off the front iron.
And with Livingston, you know, he had to adjust the way he played after the injury, but was able to pick things up on the fly as he managed to be a contributor on every team that he's been on since the injury. And I think that says an awful lot about him as a player and as a person.
The Warriors make a catch here. Green's checked in. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Iguodala's running. Stolen by Johnson. Paint. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Green. Iguodala kicks to Barnes. Barbosa. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Barbosa's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, with Livingston, as you said, he had to adjust his game a lot after the injury, but he was so skilled coming into the league that you knew he'd find a way to become a positive influence on the floor. He's not one-dimensional at all. He can do a lot of things out there.
McAdoo is checked in for Andre Iguodala. And then for Los Angeles, Blacks for Boozer. And Ellington is subbed in for Kobe. And it's Golden State's ball. Right now, they're on a 9-0 run.
I love the flow that they've been playing with offensively tonight. This is an impressive performance.
Well, and that lead they have just continues to grow and grow. Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
Yeah, and that's what's paved the way for them to build this big lead, no question.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
It's tipped. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Warriors.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And another thing they're doing is really taking advantage of fast break opportunities, scoring some easy baskets.
And the Warriors making a change here.
Lakers, and this is a remarkable factoid, the in franchise history, going all the way back to the 40s, that the Lakers had missed the playoffs. Obviously, the Lakers fans are not to missing.
Passes to Johnson.
He doesn't really scare a defense at all. You've seen him miss quite a few just like those.
Livingston dishes to Barbosa. And that's a foul. It's called on Wayne Ellington. That's his first foul. Well, Clark, the NBA becoming more up-tempo, more wide open over the last decade or so. Last season, the league average pace was the fastest it's been in over 2 decades.
And I think fans and broadcasters enjoy seeing the guys play at that pace. You know, you go back to 2001, allowing zone defenses for the first time in the NBA. In 2003, eliminating 2 hand checks on the perimeter. I think those 2 changes made a significant difference.
And that's just a flat frustration foul right there.
Boy, down like they are, he just took it out on his opponent. I mean, you've got to keep your composure. I don't think that was one of his best moments.
First free throw is good.
Think back to basketball around the turn of the century. Scoring was grinding down. In fact, back in '99, the league averaged 91 points per game. Last season, 1 per game. So I think it's made for a more entertaining game, and rating standpoint, the fans agree.
Go from a little left, but the bounce goes his way. On offense, here are the Warriors. They're on a 19-6 run. Holiday goes in. Is it? Can't get it to go.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
And the basket by Johnson.
And you talk about the more free-flowing style we've seen emerge. I think the league is eager to continue that. The game of basketball is a game of movement and rhythm and spacing. For example, as scoring has gone up, fouls and free throws have declined somewhat over the last couple of years. And I really do believe that's good for the league, good for the game of basketball, because what happens at the pro level often trickles down to college and high school. Reducing those dead ball situations keeps the game moving, and it's
Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Golden State. And the Lakers also making a change. Davis is checked in.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for the Warriors.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as a game today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
That free throw missing.
Season Andrew Bogut to say that he was the healthiest he's been in years. And that might not seem like much, but it makes a huge difference for him to be at full strength.
And the fans loving what's transpired tonight. A really good victory for these guys.
Sure was. I mean, they did just what they needed to do to keep the visitors from getting any momentum going at all.
Looks like they're going to finish strong, but just aren't enough ticks left on the clock.
Well, Steve, it's a good run they're having now, but they just waited too long to have it.
Barbosa kicks to Livingston. Outside Holiday. And he recovers it. And he hits the jump shot.
Well, that puts the nail in the coffin.
A clinic in terms of how to play with the lead right there.
Davis kicks to Johnson. Offline with his 3.
Not the best shot, long range and with a defender right in his space.
And defensively, that's the kind of work he's known for. I mean, he loves to lock you up.
To the inside. And stolen by Ellington. Misses. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Steve Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Georgia